This is the all-new Hyundai Alcazar. It is the facelifted version and it's out now in the market. So we're going to take a closer look at all the details and what this vehicle is all about in this walk-around video while I explain how Hyundai has focused strictly on making it a nice premium luxury lifestyle vehicle. So to start with is the design. Of course, with a premium SUV, you need a very emotive design. And I think that the change that Hyundai has ushered in with the new Alcazar is what we always wanted. Because now it has a look that is more of its own. It's not so much Creta anymore, which is like its predecessor. And over here, they've also squared it off a bit, given it a slightly more tougher, more SUV design language, more pronounced lines. And you can see that all around the vehicle. But in terms of details, of course, one of the highlights are the etch motif DRLs that you get up top. When you fire it up, this entire beam lights up, which looks great. You've got the dark chrome inserts across the grille that gives it that upmarket finish. And of course, the lower part of the bumper gets that nice light color finish as well. You've got projector lights, which again add to its upmarket appeal. Speaking of those character lines, you can see them flowing down the side, especially from this angle. On the front fender over here, moving on to the rear haunches, all of that is very pronounced. Even along the doors, you see that pronounced character line that adds to its entire look and appeal. The Alcazar rides on beautiful alloys, and what we have here are 215/55 R18 wheels that are fitted onto these 18-inch alloy wheels that look absolutely stunning. So they really bring out that side profile. They give it that neat SUV look. And even when you view it from the side, you can see that the attention to detail has been about making this more of an SUV, giving it that premium upmarket finish. Even when you get closer and you look at the roof rails, again, done in a beautiful finish all the way down. You've got a nice shark fin antenna as well, which is again a standard premium sort of feature that you want on a vehicle. The edge motif carries over to the rear. So when you light up the rear, you've got the light bar that runs across, this LED light bar, which again looks brilliant. The variant I have here is the Signature, which is the top model version. And it is also the 1.5 liter GDI turbo. So that's what I'm driving around. But from a design language, you can see that Hyundai has squared it off a bit more, given it an identity that sets it apart from the Creta and is now more in that premium direction. Now let's take a look inside and what you get over there, because that's really where Hyundai has done a tremendous job. So the first thing that grabs you when you take a look inside is obviously the dual tone look. I like how the brown and black play off each other. I think it looks very upmarket, gives it that nice premium feel. And the Alcazar has a nice spacious cabin. So up front, as you can see, it's got a really well-appointed cabin. You've got this entire dual screen setup over here. So you've got your driver information cluster on this side and your infotainment screen over there. I'll just fire it up in a bit to show you that. Nice, neat upmarket buttons on the door. The fit and finish is great. The feel is excellent of all the materials. So it is plastic, but it looks way better than what it did in the predecessor. So that is something that is definitely outstanding. Front seats are ventilated. Hyundai has worked a lot on the cushioning. So you've actually got better padding now. Very comfortable in terms of the way that your back feels, especially when you're sitting right up front over here. And you've also got power adjustable seats for both the driver and the passenger. So that's something that Hyundai has done. I will talk about the seats again when I get in the back, but for now, I'm just going to fire it up and show you some of the features that you do get on board. So as you can see, an all digital cluster. You can scroll through a plethora of information over here, access a lot of details, and of course, being the Alcazar, you've got normal mode, eco mode, sport mode. Well, there's traction, and when you come to the drive modes, you can see that it shifts to sport mode. This is eco mode. So you got different drive modes and you got different traction modes as well. So you got snow, mud, sand. These are just some of the tools that you can use the traction control system to allow you to navigate through less than ideal driving conditions. But coming back to the features on board, you got steering mounted controls. Like I said, this is the GDI version, which is the top end signature, and I have the 7-speed DCT version here with me. So it's an automatic. I get paddle shifts, so that's again a great touch over there. The other big thing about the Alcazar is the fact that you do get dual climate control zones up front. So you can sync the temperature. As you can see that they're both sort of moving together, and that's for the passenger as well as the driver. But if I take sync off, I can set the driver's side to a separate temperature while the front passenger can enjoy what they would like their temperature to be set at. Again, the attention to detail, the fit finish, everything is really neat. Even this neat anti-skid tray over here is a nice touch. You get a massive glove box, so that's again a beautiful touch. And of course, fitting 1-liter bottles into the door is not a problem on the Alcazar. As far as sound quality goes, Bose has been a partner with Hyundai now for quite a few of their products, and the Alcazar is no different on that front. So you do get the Bose audio system over here. With the connected system, of course, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto is all part of the package. You've got BlueLink on board, and you also get a 1-year JioSaavn connection for you to access and use as you feel free. But overall, it's very well appointed. You've got a wireless charging unit over here. You can see that you've got the 12-volt 180-watt output. You've got USB Type-C, USB port, and as you move further back, you can see that you've got ventilated seats up front, and you also get ventilated seats for the rear passengers. So I'm going to move to the back seat now to show you what you get back there. So this is the 6-seater version, so you get 2 captain seats in the back, not a bench, and it has been done with a lot of luxury kept in mind. So one is that you do get ventilated seats. Secondly, you've got nice wings on the headrest, so when you are taking a nap or you're resting your head here and someone else is driving around, you're being chauffeur driven around, your head's not getting tossed all over the place if you do decide to take a bit of a nap. The controls for the rear seat vents are on the door. So right over here, you can see that you got the controls for the rear seat cooling. Being a luxury vehicle, Hyundai also thought that you needed to be a bit of an office. So they've got these trays, as you can see on both, on the back of the front seats, which is again something that allows you to keep maybe a laptop or a tab and do some work while you're on the move. It can handle that much weight. As you get inside, rear AC vents are standard. You've got a dual USB charging outlet over here. Plus, if you stick your phone in here, this is actually a wireless charging unit as well. So something that's been done, keeping in mind that a lot of people in the Alcazar are actually going to be rear seat passengers and being chauffeur driven around, so to give them all that access. Which brings me to these buttons on the front passenger seat, because this allows you to move the front passenger seat and free up leg space if you are the boss sitting in the back. So this gives the rear passenger control to move the front seat and set it up according to their need, which is again a great touch. Of course, Hyundai has a love for large sunroofs, and the Alcazar is no different. It gets a massive panoramic sunroof, which is again something about being premium and a touch of class. And as far as space goes, the Alcazar is a 3-row vehicle, but if you have the seats down, you can get a ton of luggage back in here. It's very versatile in the sense that you can pop up one seat or both seats. They're split 50-50, and when they are up, the seats are pretty much for little kids. But having said that, Hyundai has not forgotten about the 3rd-row passengers, because check this out. You get rear AC vents for the 3rd row, as well as a control and USB charging ports. So I think that that's something that they've thought through really well to ensure that even those seated in the 3rd row get that level of comfort. And that is Hyundai just being Hyundai and really ensuring that when they're talking about features and ensuring that you get a lot of features on board, the Alcazar is ticking off all those elements. Now, last but not the least is the engine options that you do get on the Alcazar. And primarily, you've got the petrol, which is the 1.5 liter GDI unit, and you've got the 1.6 liter CRDE unit, which is the diesel. Now, the petrol version delivers about 160 PS of power, 253 Newton meters of torque, and the diesel does 116 PS of power and 250 Newton meters of torque. As far as transmissions are concerned, the diesel gets a 6-speed manual and a 6-speed torque converter automatic, while the GDI version here, as I already pointed out, gets the 7-speed DCT, or you get a 6-speed manual. So all in all, done very well. Hyundai has priced the Alcazar extremely well, with starting prices being 14.99 lakhs for the petrol version and 15.99 lakhs for the diesel. But at the same time, as you move up into the variants, you see that the petrol and diesel versions are actually priced very similarly in the high-end versions. Hyundai has taken away a few features on the diesel to maintain that price point, but overall, it's a great package and something that truly delights. Last but not the least is the fact that the Alcazar has improved on pretty much all counts, and for me, I think what really makes it work for me is that now it is an SUV on its own. It's not just a stretched out Creta, which is what the previous one, to a lot of people, that was the feedback that a lot of people gave. And now it has taken on a persona of its own, it's got an identity of its own, and that is definitely going to work in its favor. Of course, before I do sum up, I should touch upon the fact about safety. Hyundai has been the pioneer when it comes to ensuring that their vehicles are feature-rich, and that also includes the fact that this comes with level 2 ADAS features, apart from the standard 6 airbags on board, disc brakes, traction control, hill hold, and all of that stuff too. I hope you enjoyed this video. If there's something that you want to know about the Alcazar, please leave me a comment behind, because it's my job and our promise at MotorScribes that we answer every query that comes in on our channel. So I do look forward to hearing from you.